Hello, it is time for me to cook for others, so I made this peanut butter soup with a slight twist. I have hard chicken or hen cut up and washed. Now I'm seasoning it with some salt. Now going in is some vegetable bouillon, and then I have white pepper crushed freshly. Then I also have aniseed going in right now. And then I'm also going to add my ginger and garlic paste plus one chili. This is scotch bonnet. You can use habanero, and I just take the head off and just kind of split it open and start massaging along. Now that we have all of our spices and seasoning on, we're going to add some aromatics. This here is just chopped onions. I have one large onion chopped almost finely, and we're going to massage that in as well and set that aside and let it marinate for about 30 to 45 minutes because I have some more prepping to do. Now here is a Thai basil, and I just kind of bruise it a bit, and then it goes in there. I add my tomato paste, and off it goes to marinate. Next, we're going to boil some fresh produce. Some of them are aromatics, others are fresh vegetables, which are going to become thickener for the soup as well. So we have 2 Roma tomatoes, some ginger has gone into the pot, half of a large onion. Now I'm cutting up an aubergine or eggplant. Also about half of that goes into the pot. And then I'm going to now add some red bell peppers. For a hint of sweetness and also enhance the color, the green bell pepper will pretty much do likewise and bring it a peppery taste without the heat. 1 habanero chili has gone in, and now we've added a Thai basil, and you can use regular basil for this. That's going to help perfume the soup up in the end. It goes onto the stove to boil, and we're just going to boil for about maybe 10 minutes or when the whole thing comes to a boil, because what we want to do is tenderize the ingredients in there. So 10-15 minutes should do the trick. Now I have the other half of the large onion that's boiling. I have sliced into thin slices. I have also done the same with 3 cloves of garlic and the rest of the ginger. I'm going to caramelize these. Just wait to see what we do with it. So peanut butter soup is a Ghanaian favorite, and by the way, Ghana is where I'm from, and you will typically have this on a Sunday after worship with some rice balls, rice cooked, mushy, and mashed and then turned into balls. We'd also have it with abitia kokunte or face the wall, which is made from cassava, and others also love to have it with fufu. I love having it with fufu. And here it is, friends. We have caramelized our onion, the garlic, and the ginger. Take it out of the oil and grind. Now you can use a blender for this, of course. I didn't want to add any water to it, so I am using my apotoyoa and tapoli. So blend it up or grind it into a smooth paste. I've also gone in with some fresh ginger. All right, so we caramelized some, but I also want that fresh ginger taste and aroma. So that's gone in, and I'm rinsing the grinder with some water. I'm going to use that to dissolve our groundnut or peanut butter, which is now going into my bowl. This peanut butter or groundnut paste I actually had made for me while I was in Ghana recently. And basically, we roasted the peanuts right at home, the way they usually do it, in some sand. We peeled them, then we took it to Nika Nika and had it ground into this paste. So we have dissolved it in some water, and the fresh produce have also now come off of the stove. See how tenderized they are now. We're going to blend them into a smooth puree. Now, while the chicken was marinating, we were prepping. And I like to do that, so my cooking is streamlined. Now, the chicken has marinated about 40 minutes, and now it's on the stove on medium high. I'm going to bring it to a boil, and that is going to force all those aromatics and seasonings into the meat of the chicken. About 15 minutes into the cooking, it has come to a boil, so I'm going to give it a stir and allow it to cook A further 5 to 7 minutes or so, just incorporate the tomato paste. And by the way, this is hard chicken, okay? So it's the hen. It's a whole chicken, and I cut it up into small pieces for the cooking. Now it's cooked a further 7 minutes, and I am going to strain the fresh produce that we boiled and blended right into the pot of soup. Using the rest of the water we boiled the fresh produce with to rinse the blender, and I'm going to pour that right into the blend here. We don't want to waste anything, and all we're going to have left here will be some chaff. Very small amounts of it. I don't want chaff in the soup. I want it to be as pulp free as possible. So my blender, although it blends really smoothly, you'll see the chaff that it is left with here, because the vegetables we use do have quite a bit of roughage. And there's what I mean. I don't want this all swimming in my soup, all right? So that's all we had to discard. Now give it a stir and keep cooking, this time on medium heat throughout to the end of the cooking. And now we go in with our peanut mixture. I like to strain it, but you don't have to. I like to strain it for just in case purposes, okay? All right. So that goes straight into the pot. And of course, we're going to rinse the bowl and make sure nothing gets wasted. And that's all she wrote. Now you want to stir to combine all the components and continue to cook on medium heat. And then I continue to cook a further 45 minutes to 1 hour. Now this basil, I'm just going to go and remove it because it's done its job. All right. So set the lid on partially. Continue cooking on medium heat for the next 45 minutes to an hour. You do want to go in and give it a stir periodically, all right? And that's just really what I'm doing right now. We're about 30 minutes into cooking since combining all of the components. As you cook the soup too, it reduces in volume. And as it reduces, it leaves crust along the inner sides of the pot. It's a good idea to go in and scrape that and reintroduce it to the pot so you don't have a waste. Now the oil has resurfaced. You see how the oil is floating? This is oil from the peanut butter and also some of the chicken. All right, so this is indication that we're nearing the end of the cooking. The soup is getting done, all right, in terms of cooking it through. All right, so this has been about 45 minutes into the cooking. Now I go in with our paste of caramelized ginger, garlic, onion, and the fresh ginger from the beginning. All right, and just sort of dissolve that into the soup. And now this has become our finishing twist. If you're not already doing this, I encourage you to try it because you'll love it. Hands down, friends. It is definitely an additional layer of flavor, which you'll love. That special twist it brings in the end. Going in now are these fresh habanero chilies with the heads on, who serve as a garnish and also a purpose of bringing more heat to your bowl of soup. Thanks for watching, for subscribing, for liking the video, and also for sharing. Make it a great day and have fun, especially in that kitchen. Thank you, beautiful person, for watching the video all the way to the end. Kindly leave me a comment and subscribe down below, and don't forget to share the video as well. Also, watch more videos. It is chop time, and here in Anaba's kitchen, chop time is always yes, friends. So pull up a chair. We are all friends and family here.